I deployed, I fought in combat, stuff like that. First of all, it's hard to relate to that. Second of all, I had to get all kind of approvals from people to get that in the book and talk about it. And I want to go through that process of, hey, can I put, what I did in Iraq in the book and stuff like that in the book? And I want my book to relate to people. There's enough Navy SEAL books out there talking about, running, gunning, shooting them up, stuff like that. That's never been, I don't want to be known as a Navy SEAL. Even though I talk a lot of, people want to ask me about it, Navy SEAL, that was a snippet of my life. That was a snippet of my life. And I want to be known as somebody much more than that, who did a lot more than that. So my book is about helping people, and I can't help people through what I did in combat. Mm-hmm. I can help people by what I went through in life itself. And I went out to, it was intentional to make this book about how can these stories resonate and help people. And, it wasn't like, hey, let me kiss my own ass. So being the only, and I actually talked about with Adam, I came up with the only. There's a lot of onlys out there. I was the only black in a lot of situations. And the only isn't about a color. There's a lot of, there's gays, there's lesbians, there's people who are white people who just feel like they're not wanted in society. That's the only. The only is feeling like you're not accepted in any society that you're in. Doesn't matter what color, creed, race, gender, doesn't matter. It's just that you are in this situation where you feel like you're being judged. You might be being judged. You feel awkward. It's an awkward feeling when you walk in a room and you're like, oh my God, like I'm the only. And that comes with a lot of people. And that's where the only really came from, because I didn't want to make it like a black situation. I want it to be, this is about people. You are your own hero. You are the hero of this book. So I want it to be, what's a word that can make people feel like this resonates with me? That's only. It's not about, it was about black or about white or about being Jewish or Christian or whatever. So that's where it comes from, man. It's about ownership of, a lot of people feel like no one understands what the fuck I'm going through right now. And that's the only. Well, like I've said a million times before, the most important conversation is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it, you walk around with it, you go to bed with it. Eventually, you act on it. Sometimes you act on it good, sometimes bad. You got to change the internal dialogue. That person in your head that's talking that shit to you, until you change the internal dialogue in your head, until you callous over the victim's mentality that the world is out to get you because of you are the only, you got to change that shit, man.
Yeah, but you don't understand my life, David.
Yeah, I do. So that's the thing about it. And that's why I can talk about it. But yeah, I get what you're saying. A lot of folks I get that mentality. I once had that mentality that no one understands what the fuck I'm going through. And if you keep that mentality, you're going to stay in the same exact spot that you're in, that no one understands me. There's millions of people. Why do you think a book that I self-published, is doing so well with a story that's so fucked up? People I never forget when I went to a publishing house, like, who's going to resonate with this story? No one's going to buy this book. I'm like, are you not in the world? Are you not in society? You're never alone. Everybody's going through shit. So when people get this mentality of like, you don't understand me, you can throw a rock to someone that can understand you if they're willing to break themselves down and stop hiding. A lot of people understand you, but you got to stop hiding. And that's why I tell people, a lot of people are going through shit. They just hide better than you did. That's all they did. They was hiding better.